See you, Rio. What's up, hula girl? Watch out. All right, what's happening, y'all? Welcome back to a brand new episode of Krieg's Outdoors. Oh, it's after my work day. I got off early. Well, I started early so that I could get off early. And I'm trying to get an evening, last minute deer hunt in. The deer are moving right now. I'm talking fast because I need to get going. Let's get to the property and get out there. We have a few hours of daylight left, and it's a great day. My dad said he saw the deer moving a lot today as he was driving around, so let's go. Okay, just made it to the property here. I'm gonna speak quietly because my stand is not that far in there. I'm gonna get dressed super speedily, and then let's get to the stand. My hair's looking pretty insane right now. Okay, got my bow. I got everything sprayed down with some scent killer. Let's go. Alright, I'm ready to go. That was probably the fastest I've ever gotten settled into my stand. Not recommended. Need to take your time, but I wanted to get in here. It's drizzling a little bit, which is helping make it nice and quiet. There's a ton of scrapes in here. All down through here. Shout out to my buddy Gavin who told me to hunt some scrapes today. I have a good feeling. Come on. I hope y'all can see me here. Hunting is so freaking frustrating. Oh man. So I got my phone out to text my uncle something. It was actually something important. I really am not on my phone much when I'm hunting. And of course, the one time I'm on my phone, I hear a crunch and I look up and see antlers, a buck coming in, walking in. So I put my phone in my pocket. I have to slide my glove on because I can't text through my gloves. Then I have to grab my bow off of my lap because I'm not holding it. So that's sounds like a little bit of movement, but that's a lot of movement for when a deer's coming in. By this time, this deer had walked 15 to 20 yards. And by the time I get my bow up, it knows it walked right by where I walked in and it knew something was up. So it walks the other direction. So it stands in one spot and this deer looks at me for like 10 to 15 minutes in one spot. And I'm holding my bow with all my strength. I'm trying not to move as it's looking at me. Then a couple fawns and some does walk up to the feeder. So then it gets behind these does at about 28 to 30 yards. I have no chance to pull back at all. Finally, it walks behind a tree and I go to pull back and it just, as it comes out of the tree, it sees me a little bit, stands there for a while and then just says, nope, I'm done with this. Walks the other way. I try to pull back, and as I pull back at that point, because I'm like, well, it could step out at like 35 as it's walking away. None of this might make sense, but it's just really frustrating. As I pull back, it runs off, and then all the two fawns and two does, there was at least 5 or 6 deer. They all ran away. Okay, it's a few days later. Actually, that was on Monday. Today's Friday, and I just got off of work. It's even prettier outside than it was on Monday. The leaves are changing more. Overcast day. Hopefully the deer are going to be moving. We got to get going. Got to pick up Lucas and got to get back in the woods. I've had all day to think about that deer busting me, things I did wrong, and I'm going to be ready tonight. I mean, hot dang, y'all. Look at them trees. Look at that. That's beautiful. Woo! Yo, what up, buddy? You ready to get one, baby? I brought you a cookie.
No way.
It's spooky. Spooky cookie. As you can see, Lucas is here. We got probably 3.5 hours of light. Maybe not even. All right, Luke dropped me off. I'm sitting in the same stand as Monday. He's going up to the stand I usually sit in, switching it up. Let's go, brother.
Good luck.
Okay, it's 2 days later from that last hunting. Me and Lucas are back at it for one more evening sit this week. I'm dropping him off right now. Best of luck, buddy.
Yeah, good luck.
What's up, Jack? Just came across a scrape and a licking branch right here on the way in. That's a great sign. How'd it go?
I mean, I saw one doe with a half hour left.
That's it? One doe?
To go, and then...
I did see a nice buck, but it didn't come close enough.
No, really?
Yeah. Howdy, howdy. So, unfortunately, no big bucks went down this week, but you know what? We start again tomorrow with a fresh week, and we're going to be doing a lot of hunting here this upcoming weekend. I did want to show you guys something though. So, wanted to cook up some deer tenderloin tonight. So on opening day, which was about 4 weeks ago, I believe, I shot this doe on opening day. I'm gonna roll the clip right now. So that's the first deer I ever got on opening day. And some people don't like to shoot does early, but you know, you never know when you're gonna get a chance again. And I wanted to have the meat because I love deer tenderloin and backstrap, two of my favorite meats in the world, and it's so healthy and good for you. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cook up some of that very deer right now. Okay, so here I got it. This was just thawing out. This is from October 2023, so this month, super fresh, and this is gonna taste great. For those of you that have never seen a deer tenderloin, it's basically this inside strip of like steak-like meat that is right down both sides of its spine. There's two strips of it. If you've ever had pork tenderloin, you've had this cut of meat before. It's really good. Now let's get this open. I cook this a super simple way, and it is so good. You want to do it nice and rare. You don't want to cook it very long. I'm going to show you guys how I cook it. So there we go. Check out that cut of meat. Does that not look delicious? Now what we want to do on venison, there's this stuff called silver skin, which is going to be this stuff right here. It does not taste good. So we want to get all of that off of here so that our meat's going to taste as good as possible once we get her cooked. This stuff can be kind of tricky to get off. The best way to do it that my dad showed me is you're going to poke your knife right through the meat, like so, and then you're just gonna guide that all the way down like that. Okay, perfect. Here's our meat. We got most of that off. Now I'm just gonna cut this up into nice little steak strips or chunks. There's a piece there. I'm gonna clean some of that off. Now I like to do tenderloin like super simple. It tastes so good already. I don't think it always needs a huge marinade or some fancy way of cooking it. I like to keep it super simple. Very lean meat, but very delicious. My first and main ingredient is lots of butter. Along with the butter, I like to throw in some garlic. We've got a hookup who gets us fresh garlic. Shout out Justin. So we're gonna throw some of that in there. Okie smoky garlic is all cut up. Now here is where we start. So I'm gonna take a bunch of this butter. Right before the butter goes on, I wanna make sure I get this all seasoned. I keep it super simple. I do salt, sea salt, or like Himalayan pink salt is my favorite. So I like some, you know, bigger flakes. Okay, got it salted. Then I like to do a little bit of black pepper. And lastly, the secret ingredient. I was getting worried that we were out of this Montreal steak seasoning. This is an off-brand one, but this stuff is absolutely delicious on meat. So that has some salt and pepper in it, so you don't need to go too heavy on the salt and pepper. This is gonna give it just a little really nice bit of like bite, like not spicy, but it's just gonna give it kind of a little, I don't know, zest. I don't know what the word is. Alrighty, that stuff's good to go. So now, butter's going in. Oh, that is really hot. Well, I got her a little smoky in here. That pan was way hotter than I thought it was. This is like Hell's Kitchen in here. Okie doke, take two after I almost smoked us out. Pan was way too hot. Alright, get some butter in there. Very important because butter makes everything better. Garlic also makes pretty much everything better. And now you know what time it is. It's meat time. Y'all, this smells so freaking good. Like, that's happiness in a pan right there. Been a few minutes. Let's check these bad boys out. They will not take long at all. Oh my. Come on now. One thing about these tenderloins, if you cut them like I like to in these kind of little like medallion type things, is they're thick. So you got to make sure you get the sides, the tops, the bottoms. Okay, I gave them a little longer to cook. Now they are definitely good. Got some nice pink on the inside, but not too pink. Oh yeah, that's delicious. That is how you do it right there. So this is from the woods to my mouth in about 4 weeks. So killed this, cleaned it. Lucas helped me out. We skinned it, butchered the whole thing, put it in the freezer. A few weeks later, cooked it. Now in the mouth. I think I could have put a little more steak seasoning on it. That garlic, really good. I'm gonna enjoy this, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Sorry we didn't get a big buck in this one, but we'll get one here soon so we can get more of this tenderloin, do more cooking and experimenting and just having a great time. So we got big weekend of hunting coming up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you right back here on another episode of Eat Creeks Outdoors very soon. Get out and do some hunting.